Welcome to the first Sunday video from the Nationals at Monarto, brought to you of course by Kartbook and K-Racer, Australia's best online kart store. And the first race of the day was Leopard Heavy, front row of Kris Walton and Matthew Wall. And a star-studded lineup, three of the top four former or reigning national champions, Lee Michener and Brendan Nelson there also, along with Paul Pittam and Michael Griffiths fighting for the win. Wally got a great start through turns 1 and 2. Bit of a jump and a bit of bash and crash between Walton and Brendan Nelson saw them drop back just a little, so Wally with a big break leading up the top of the hill, and that was a perfect start for him. I'm sure he loved it. As you can see, the rest of the field pretty much nose to tail as they fought their way in. Wally with that nice little 2 or 3 kart gap which he was enjoying. Nelson leading the charge to catch up. And they started to break off into their groups. Leopard Heavy had 5 guys really who were the class of the field for the weekend. And Kris Walton managed to make his way past Nelson there, and that also gave Lee Michener a look in. So he passed there through the Cagile S's, and Michael Griffiths, whose kart was looking good early, also having a look. Walton's speed though started to become evident, and he was catching Wally at a rapid rate of knots. Lee Michener unable to keep with Walton as they charged down the home straight here after a couple of laps. So Wally looking good, but Walton reeling him in. His kart just looked excellent. The OTK boys, Jason Burns no doubt having quite an impact on the setup of that kart, and you can see there Walton just reeling Wally in and eventually making the pass after 5 laps and starting to build a gap already. So Michener now catching up to Wally, who's going as deep as he can under brakes to try and keep with Walton, but I'm not sure that he's got enough in it because Walton's kart has just looked super strong all weekend. As the laps start to wind down, and it's our 3 previous national champions who are now battling for second place. Wally, Nelson and Michener all there, and Paul Pittam, one of the local hopes in the South Australian built Amiga kart, starting to look good in the second half of the race. Unfortunately, Michael Griffiths, a bit tall for this circuit in the heat and sticking to the track a little. There you can see Chase Lindstrom, Geordie Ford, Tim Bowman and Paul Griffiths looking on, hoping that their respective drivers are going to reel Walton in, but it's not looking likely with 2 laps to go. Kris Walton had pulled a big gap, and now he's looking pretty comfortable for the win, and the guys in 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th knew a battle was on to try and make their way as high up the podium as they possibly could. Nelson lays the move there on Wally. Wally coming back at him. Oh, it was all happening. Michener then up on the inside of Nelson. What a battle in these last couple of laps. These guys are absolutely giving each other heaps, but the great thing is all such good races and very clean. A lot of respect shown. Barest of rubs, nothing, no big hits, so that was really good to see. And here we are then, coming around onto the last lap. Walton with a monster lead. Wally looking pretty comfortable in second there. Quick rubberneck to check that he's okay as he runs up the hill for the last time. But Kris Walton brings it around, and this is a man winning his first ever national championship. Looking pretty comfortable as he crosses the line. Wally second, Nelson third, Pittam fourth, and Lee Michener in fifth. What a fantastic race. I'm here with Kris Walton, who has just romped away with the win in Leopard Heavy. Made a very impressive victory. How does that feel?
Mate, it was just a relief when we crossed that line. I fell back to 3rd at the start. Wally was gone. I thought, oh, here we go again. And no, we managed to grab him in, so it was good.
That kart had some serious pace, and I understand it's one of very few of that kind out on the track this weekend. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's not a lot of them. That one there with the FAs, a few of them around. It was just a dream from the middle of the weekend. We were struggling a little bit, and we made a couple of changes, and it went from there.
You drove what looked like a pretty flawless race. I don't think I saw a mistake out of you. Your kart just got stronger and stronger, and you built a really big lead to take the win pretty comfortably. Yeah,
it's probably the first time in karts that I haven't made a mistake. It was at the right time, so we got a result out of it. It was great.
Very well done, mate. And I understand you also race a few other categories. Do you reckon that contributes to your abilities here in the karts?
Oh, definitely. It's every lap you can do counts. So every bit you can do helps you on the track, both directions. So it's good.
Congratulations, mate. Put it there. Well done. This video was proudly brought to you by kracer.com.au. Check back shortly. We'll have more action very soon.